Hey, good morning, Dan. This is the day after Golf League. It's Thursday morning, July the 12th, and you should be getting ever closer. You might even be almost in Minnesota by now. You were, let's see, you texted me yesterday, you stopped in Upper BFE, somewhere like that. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you soon. But in the meantime, here's a little update or a synopsis or a review or some video from yesterday's golf match. So we started on the third hole, which is a par four, and we got a stroke on this hole, and we both ended up. We were playing a couple of guys named Josh and Dale. We played them last year. Really nice guys, young, and Josh is very tall and could hit it a very long way, but was also very accurate with his pitching. So he was a good player for their team. So we both ended up on the green in two on this par three, on this par four on the third hole, and we both two putted for a par, but because we got a stroke, we won the hole, so we're one up, and now we're on to the fourth hole. Fairly straightforward par four, but a small green and hard to hold because it's so darn hard. So I managed to hit it. A really nice shot, bounced off the green and over the mounds behind it, and Mike hit his a little fat, but it bounced and rolled up just onto the fringe, and we were maybe 10 feet out from the pin. Our opponents were both left of green and both pitched to about 20 feet. They missed their putts, and we won the hole. On to the fifth hole with a slightly elevated green, very difficult to hit. Mike hit his drive left over here into the trees. I hit mine right down the middle, and it turned out really well. Very happy about this. We both, Mike and I, hit back left of green, and we had a wicked putt. And we putted, it was a downhill putt, very fast, and we ended up about 10 feet away, or maybe 5 feet away after our first putt. And unfortunately, we ended up three putting for a bogey. Because we got a stroke on this hole as well, we didn't lose the hole, but it would come back to haunt us because we didn't win the hole. Onto the sixth hole, with the green being protected by water, I hit a good drive down the left-hand side. Mike hit a ball we never did find. And we pitched to about 5 feet and ended up making a birdie to go 3 up at that point, because we won the third, the fourth, and now the sixth hole. And on to the seventh hole, rather straightforward and short par four with bunkers left and right. I managed to get into the bunker. Mike and I both hit out. I a little bit fat, and he ended up about, 10 feet short of the green. They were about 10 feet short of the green. We both managed to, I chipped on, and Mike made a really good 8-foot putt to save par. So we're still 3 up at this point going to the 8th hole. So once again, Mike saved our bacon with a 8-foot par putt. Woo-hoo! Because I hit short.
Yes, that's me.
We're still 3 up. So we just both drove. I'm in the fairway over here on the left-hand side. I'm just up there. And then Mike is over here by this tree. So you go see which has the better view of the green and what the distance are. So Mike was 66 away, but had that tree right there in his way, or our way, I guess. I'm over here in the fairway. The second ball, the one on the left, is Dale's, and then mine's on the right. And it is about, here, Mike, would you actually pull right over next to that ball so we can see what that yardage is? Don't run over that one.
I'm good. Right here.
73 to the front.
All right, I'm back out.
So they went first, and Josh and Dale both hit long. over the green, and I managed to hit it onto the green about 30 feet left of the pin, sort of this down breaking funky putt. We ended up two putting for a par, and they two putted for a par as well. So we're still 3 up with 3 to go. So we're in good position. They're dormy. We still rue that bogey on 5. Off to the 9th hole, feeling pretty good. As I said, we're dormy. I feel like if we can just par out, par the next 3 holes, we'll win one of them, or we'll have one of them, and then the match will be done. So Mike hit a drive that, went about 50 yards. I hit a pretty good drive left of the fairway in the rough, but somehow we managed to hit our approaches to about 25 feet left of pin. So we're in good shape. So here I am over here, just right left of that rough there somewhere. And there's the green up there. Like I said, we're feeling pretty good about our chances at this point. Okay, so both Mike and I both hit onto the green. These guys have to make a birdie, assuming that we're going to make a par from where we are, which I think is a pretty safe guess. So let's see what they do. Josh is going first. Well, it looks good. Right at it. Woo! Okay, that was really good. He's like 6 feet away. Dale's a little farther left. Okay, off the tee, Josh is over here, right over the other fairway, which really it's a par 5, so it's not that bad. Dale is over here to the left of that fir tree. I had a really good drive, and it's like it hit the fairway and just shot straight right into the bunker. Unfortunately, Mike hit one really long and down the middle, so that made me feel better. Okay, so there's, there. There's Mike, 235 yards to the front, which is a really long way. And there's those guys over there. We'll see what they do. I'm not gonna film them because the last time they hit it to 4 feet and made the birdie, so I'm gonna turn the camera off. Okay, maybe I should have kept filming. Anyway, they had really great shots. They hit it to about 15 feet off of the green, just near the bunker. Mike and I both duffed our shots, and now we're sitting out 150 yards out after 2 strokes, and they're sitting 10 feet shy of the green after 2. Mike's approach was a dead shank. Mine was good. It was onto the green about, maybe 25 25 feet away. I mean, we had a look at a birdie. More likely we were going to par, and they were looking really good for birdie. So we go up, and I ended up making my birdie putt, and Josh ended up chipping in from from 10 feet off the green for an eagle. So now we're only 1 up with 1 to go, off to the par 3, which is the last hole. So the second hole, which is the last hole we're playing, is a wicked short par 3 with a 2-tiered green, and they have the pin on the top tier, but the top tier is turtleback, so it's really difficult. So both these guys, actually everybody else, hit it left of the green on the other side of this hump, and I hit a really good shot. It bounced, it went up the slope, and then unfortunately rolled back down to the bottom tier. But we still were looking good. But I mean, it was a tough putt up that tier and then get it to stop, because as soon as you get to the top of that slope, and then it starts sloping back to the back of the green. So they went first, and Josh again, I don't know how he did it. He hit this chip and got us to stay right up. They were maybe 10 feet away from the hole. And then we putted, so then it was our turn to putt. And I hit my putt. I couldn't hit it hard enough to get it up that hill because I was afraid it was going to go up and over and then ended up going down the backside. So we're about 8 feet short. And then Mike does the same thing, but a little worse. So now we're sitting at 8 and they're sitting at 10. So they putt first. And Dale just lips out, misses his. So if Josh misses his, then we have 2 putts to win the match. And Josh hits his putt. It catches just the left side of the hole, goes all the way around and in for a par. So now we have to make ours to win the match. If we miss it, we have the match, which would feel like a loss since we were 3 up. I hit my putt, and it just catches the right side of the hole, and it lips out. And then Mike hits his. Unfortunately, it wasn't even close, and we end up having the match. Very disappointing end. But what do you do? So, see you tomorrow. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.